because we still have a goal to reach, and that's what's going to keep the edge there. The guys understand what's going on. They know, that we're playing some pretty good basketball, but we have to continue to play and show and prove. That's just how it is at Memphis, and we're just going to keep that chip on our shoulders and keep playing hard.
The word Jalen used when he was out here just now was complacency. They're not, there's nothing about them. They're treating everything the same way, tunnel vision and all that stuff. When you see that or hear that, like if your message is getting through to them, is that, I guess, good for you?
Yeah, it is, because you could easily, rest on what we've done over the last 11 games, but we know we can't. And then that's what I love about this team, that they're not resting, that they're not going to get complacent, that they're not going to just think that we're in and then that's all we had to do. You want momentum. And I've talked about this entire journey for 11 games as being like a spiritual momentum. And we're just carrying that into, the practice, and then carrying practice over into the games.
I think kind of third straight title winning freshman of the year. I guess overall, what does this streak kind of just say about the program?
Well, it says a lot, because it's saying that we're getting great talent, that guys that are choosing to come to Memphis could go anywhere in the country. The guys that we've had, the last 3 freshmen for sure, and that the kids are starting to respect that coming to Memphis is special. So, with those last 3 guys, you can't get any better players.
Do you think you get enough love nationwide from as a freshman with part of the freshman group? Because I know you think you're one of the elite freshmen in the country this year. But you feel he's getting the love he deserves nationwide?
I don't think he got it because we didn't do what we needed to do early on in the season. We got to number 9 in the season right before we played Iowa State, and from that point we went downward. So you're not going to get the respect when that happens. If we win those games and stay in the top 10, then he gets the same respect as Paulo and Chet and those guys.
Is it kind of staggering that people still say you have to, like Jerry Thomas says, if you get to a semifinal game against SMU, it could be an elimination game for the NCAA tournament. And is it stunning to think that you're not in yet, or there are those projecting that you're not in yet?
I don't understand how anybody can say we're not in, but if that's the case, then we're still locked in. That's the tunnel vision that we have to keep, and we want to stay on edge like that for the entire AAC. We're not resting. We're going to keep pushing forward, but it is kind of weird because, I heard out of Joe Lunardi's mouth last week that if we beat Houston for the second time, that we were automatically in, because to beat a Houston team twice, that you're automatically in, but then other people are still guessing, which is fine because, like I said, it keeps us motivated.
What's it been like coaching DeAndre, and how happy are you that he may get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, no, it's been great coaching DeAndre. I mean, he's just a high energy guy that just, motivates the entire team. You need those guys on your team that just every game, that they're going to go out and give their all. He's going to play 100%, give you everything that he has, emotions, mentally and physically. He's just going to be like locked in on the game. He competes, and that's what I respect about him. And for him, if this opportunity presents itself, then it will be great, because that's something that all of these guys have been looking forward to, and I know he's been talking about it since last year.
Going back to the bracketology, do you feel then that you guys are in, no matter, independent of what happens this week?
Well, I'm not going to use that as saying that we're in. I feel like we should be in, but we're not going to the AAC tournament saying we're already in, and now what? No, we're trying to stay hungry, because we understand that if we are in, which I think we are, then you're working on seeding now. You're working on showing the nation that you're good enough to get a better seeding if you win out the AAC. So we're not. Yeah, I feel like we're in, but we're not going to use that as anything other than we want to work harder to get and get better.
Other than what's the health status of the team? Everybody pretty much, other than the regular option teams and all that, other than everybody pretty.
Yeah, everybody's pretty good. I mean, you got your Earl's shoulder, Jalen's shoulder, Jaden's knee, Lander's leg, DeAndre's back, Alo's ankle, Malcolm's knees. I mean, that's how it is. It's like all of those little things going on, but they're all just kind of working through the kinks of that.
Are you, I know you guys, since you're going on the road, you're going to leave the red shirts and leave your guys at home. Are you going to change it for the postseason, or are you going to stick kind of with them?
No, I'm staying the same. I don't know about the NCAA, but I know the AAC right now we're not taking the red shirts.
Speaking of which, I know you won't know who you play till Thursday night, but I guess what are you expecting overall from the tournament, the team that you might see?
Yeah, well, every year, it starts over. Every coach is in their locker room saying it's 0-0, nothing matters anymore. You have an opportunity to go and win the AAC. Every team that's going thinks that they have the opportunity because you never know what can happen. So going there, you're going to see a renewed mindset of teams, and you can't go back to anything that happened during the regular season because the energy level is going to go up at least another level.
It'll be about almost exactly 2 years since the tournament was canceled. Like, you're basically there. And then last year you didn't play with a crowd. What's this going to do? Absolutely, you go with a different feeling this time.
Yeah, because now you got the energy of the fan base in the building. It just makes it a different game. It was really weird last year not having many fans in there and still trying to fight for your life to go to the tournament. You need that extra boost from your fans in the crowd. When you make a run, you make a shot, that energy kind of helps give that motivation to the team and that extra confidence.
You've mentioned at various times, how hard you took it personally when this team was struggling and how much it weighed on you. I'm curious, how much of that did you just internalize with yourself, and did you talk to a lot of people about it? You know what I mean? Like, were you someone who talks it out, or do you kind of internalize that sort of?
No, I kind of internalized it, but I did kind of have some knockdown, drag-out meetings with Cody and Coach Brown and Rasheed. I was frustrated with myself, and I took a lot of it internally, but I did have a couple of meetings where we just had to come to the conclusions of some things and take some things out, add some things, and it started to get better.
Were you already watching the motivational tapes before the game? Was that already part of your routine, or did that come during the difficult parts?
I was doing it every now and then, like really it was spaced out. Then it became before every game, I had to kind of watch a couple videos, 1 or 2 videos.
Who do you pick the video? How do you get the
No, I just go to YouTube and then just punch in, motivational speeches and whatever pops up. It could be Inky Johnson, it could be Eric Thomas, it could be Denzel Washington speaking at a graduation. It could be whomever, Les Brown, anybody.
And what point before the game do you when do you-
No, I do it on the way to the game and then like right before I go in to give my speech to the team.
Do you feel like this was an important year? Obviously, you want to get through, but to see this team succeed and to repeat really what you did last year when it came together at the end of the year, and not just for this year, but for the future of the program.
Yeah, I think this was a pivotal year for me. I mean, honestly, the first year I inherited, Coach Tubby's team, and we went to the NIT. The second year we didn't have a conference tournament, obviously. And then last year I felt like I failed the team because we didn't get to where our ultimate goal. And then this year it started off rocky, and I just started, saying this is the year. We can't go back-to-back years not making it. And when it got ugly in the beginning of the season, we just had to dig deeper, and we dug deeper and got ourselves out of it. That's life. You got to dig deep, and for me, I didn't want to go back-to-back years not with good enough teams to make it, because I felt like last year we were Sweet 16, Elite 8 team easily, and we didn't get to our goal. And this year I felt the same thing, and we were here again.
After that press conference that we had that exchange, what did you think when you went home that night? Like, what was that? Did you watch the news reports? Did you know how you were trending? What was that?
This is hilarious, but I didn't think that it would take off the way that it did. How crazy am I? I didn't think that it was going to go viral. And when it went viral, I was like, oh, wow, okay. It took me back to, understanding how this really works. But no, I didn't know it was going to go viral. But I was really just kind of taking up for my team, and I felt like I was taking up for my boys and fighting for the positioning to get to this point, where we are right now. So.
You feel That wasn't the lowest moment. But then, that was, after that, you took off.
Yeah, that SMU game at home was embarrassing and probably definitely the lowest because we didn't expect to get that game was just ugly, and it was definitely the turning point of the season.
Okay, and since you said that, one more thing. When I asked the question, I asked if you'd ever lost faith if you could get it done. And then you said in Memphis, and I said, yeah, well, it was embarrassing. You just said now it was embarrassing. Was that embarrassing?
No, I said the loss,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Was it
not the actual. You were saying did I?
I was saying I thought the first half was embarrassing.
No, that's not how I took that.
Right. The loss was embarrassing. The loss was.
The loss itself, how we played to me as a coach was embarrassing. That wasn't like the loss was the loss, but how we played as a team, to me as a coach, I felt like I let my team down at that point where we weren't playing at a high level when I felt like we should have been playing at a high level. So that's where it turned.
And then how much introspection was there after that in terms of, was after that game, the knockdown dragouts and all of that? Like that is, after that loss?
Are you really going to take credit for this?
No.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm joking. No, honestly though, it was because the team actually took it as coaches fighting for us and we need to get off our asses and it's time for us to do what we need to do, and we turned the corner.
What will you tell these guys about postseason basketball? Like when you're done with practice here, you're going to get on the plane to go to Fort Worth. What's going to be your message to them as you head into the postseason?
Man, really just to stay together, to not let any distractions take you away from the goal. And I can only express to them, obviously, a lot of the guys on this team have won championships before. There's nothing like winning your conference tournament, and there's nothing like getting into the NCAA. It's the most fun time I've ever had in my life. And I've won conference, and we've gone to the Elite Eight. So the experience is unreal, and they want to experience that. I don't think anyone on this team has. They all want to experience it.
How much of the experience you take from last year, even though running the NFT, the one of those 3 weeks, how much from the guys that came back from that, how much did that impact you probably running in the competition?
No, it will definitely be worth its weight in gold, meaning with the guys from the core guys that won last year, it's like the tournament. You have to beat teams, obviously, to get to the championship, and the teams that don't make it don't mean that they're not good teams. You know, Boise State and Colorado State, really good teams. Mississippi State, good team. You're going to play those teams on that level when you get to the NCAA tournament. So that group understands how to win. They know how to finish the deal, and that's all that matters, no matter if it was NIT or NCAA. So that experience is definitely going to help.
Winning the conference, did you win the conference tournament 1 year, 2 years?
1 year.
1 year, which year? What, do you remember it like it was proverbially yesterday? I mean,
I do. We were in Chicago. We won it in Chicago, and it was amazing. It was a great feeling, and that was the same year that we went to the Elite Eight.
And you made it clear that you never lost faith in yourself or this team that it could get it done. But just when those injuries were piling up at the beginning of conference play, was there either doubt or worry that you'd get healthy in time to be able to make this happen?
There was a little doubt about if we would get healthy in time, because I knew if we got everyone back that we would be able to compete. But DeAndre's back. Man, it was very scary. I think he was getting almost at a point where he didn't know if he was going to be able to come back. Landon's knee was taking longer than what we thought it was going to take, and you give the guys as much time as they needed. So I was like, we have to get back at a certain point, and I was like, if they don't, then we're going to have to go into the conference tournament and have to try to win the conference tournament again to get an NCAA bid. And that's what I was thinking.